We're gonna ruin your life. We're the student loan police. We're the student loan police. I want to talk about the worst possible thing in the universe today. Student fucking loans. Student fucking loans! I have huge student loans. I have $250,000. What's wrong with you? What choices did you make to lead you to the point where you owe that much money? I went to school back in 1999. I went to USC. Film school. Best school in the country. Marketing materials.
Said I'm gonna be George Lucas, I'm gonna be Steven Spielberg. It tells me how I'm gonna work in the industry, how there's a USC network of people that'll take care of me.
Like many of you out there, I buy into this 400-page pamphlet telling me what a success I'm gonna be. So I go to school. The education, not so good. The first semester, they stick me in a basement. I don't know why I'm in a basement. They make me buy my own cameras from antique stores, Super 8 film, because they don't have any, because they have no money apparently, and yet the university's expanded 4 times since I've been there. Some of the education was kind of crappy. Some of it was really good, and some of the teachers are great. But it's time to graduate, and it's time to move into this industry. So they have a career placement center, and I go down to it, and there's a crotchety old guy with a cigar going, "Hey kid, I can't help you." I'm like, oh shit, I'm fucked. So I get out of school, and I immediately, like any ambitious person with this new education from this great school, start applying to all these different places. Nobody responds. I don't exist. I'm completely and utterly invisible. The school that I had went to matters not at all. But they want their money, and they want it now, and they don't want to wait. So the bills start coming in, the people start calling. I don't know how to respond to these calls. Every single call is telling me I'm a total piece of shit. This is Sally Mae calling. We want our money. And it's not just they were saying, oh, you owe the money. They would insult you until you gave it to them. And when you said you had to pay rent instead of paying them, they would get more angry because they were paid commission to do this to you. And they were completely and utterly unregulated. And the companies keep selling the debt, and this company has it, then that company has it. So the letters are coming from 15 different places. And every time I try to unsort it, undo it, I get insulted on the phone. I get told I'm a coward and I'm running away. I get called at all times of night. I feel like I'm a good person and I want to pay it back. I really do, but I can't. So eventually, I get a job when I'm back in New York City. I call a couple of the companies that keep harassing me. One guy's like,
Stop running, stop hiding, stop lying, and pay your debt.
I start paying that one off, and I'm paying another one off. But meanwhile, I have this big one that just keeps growing. Eventually turns from $114,000 into now $250,000. I'm worried they're gonna take my tax returns, my Social Security. Now I'll never be able to walk down the street in a cane and have a bread. I'll be fighting pigeons for bread. Somebody might tell me is, well, Jess, you never should have went to college in the first place because you couldn't afford it. What that person's communicating is an entire generation of people, because there's a lot of people who are in my circumstance where their parents couldn't afford these private universities, shouldn't go to school. But then the other argument said, well, you should just go to a public school. But take a look at the public schools. There's not enough subsidy to allow the amount of students that you would need to have an educated population. Now, I'm a smart enough guy. I feel like I'll have a chance to pay it off, and hopefully there'll be some sort of pay half off or pay the original amount. I'd love to pay the original amount. I can't pay the original amount because the government is currently profiting off of these loans themselves. The schools are tripling in size. You and me have no chance to move forward. Maybe we can by our hard work, we can eke by, but if I take a normal job, I'll never be able to pay it back. So what this does to people like me is it makes me live a life of risk. Maybe I'll make a movie and I'll get $500,000 and I'll pay it off like that, and it'll be a magic lottery card. But I shouldn't have to win the lottery to sort of live my education in this society. Why is there no amnesty for people like me whose debt has grown out of control without everyone in America pointing their finger and saying, hey, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. So you're telling me that if you make a mistake, you could just bankrupt out and discharge your debt. But if I make a mistake, right, it's protected debt because some bank along the way enforced the law so that students could never discharge this thing and be held accountable for the rest of their lives. And that's profiting off of people's inability to move forward in our society. A system has been set up to keep a lot of people down. I'm one of those people. Now, I won't be kept down because I'm gonna use my brain and I'm gonna figure a way out of this, and I'm gonna pay these fuckers back for the education and the marketing that they lied to me about. So this has been my little student loan story. You know, I'm sure yours is different, but you're being held down by the same exact problem. So if a school is promising you something that's too good to be true, believe me, it's fucking too good to be true. I love you. If you like it, share it and tell me about your fucking horror story. Believe me, I wanna hear it. Student loan police, you need to stop imprisoning the people of this country. We're tired of being in debt jail. I want out of debt jail.